Hey everybody, Crypto Mentor 99. I have the honor and privilege of having Freddy Hernandez in front of me. I did a video yesterday that I'll put in the description box below. Freddy is the brains, the founder, the president, the vice president, the secretary, and the treasurer of this stone book crypto wallet that I just love. And I said, Freddie, we got to do a video. So, Freddie, thanks for coming on, and I really appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate having me come on here.
So,
my first interview, so excited.
So, we kind of talked about this a little bit during the pre-interview, but I just want to let all my subscribers know that everybody knows in this day and age, privacy and security is like the 1-2 punch when it comes to wallets, whether it's a cold wallet or your private keys, your anything having to do with passwords. You know what I'm saying? Privacy and security, again, is the 1-2 punch. And I just wanted to have Freddie come on. I want to put his face, his voice, and his passion for this wonderful product that I did an unboxing yesterday. So, Freddie, how did all this come about?
Well, it was a situation where I lost my private keys. My wife threw them away, and I came up with this notebook. I mean, I used the other notebooks, tried to get other notebooks, tested them out. They weren't as good as I'd hoped they'd be, and so I stumbled across looking for a waterproof notebook, and I found stone paper. So I went ahead and started researching stone paper more, and I go, wow, this really should have been here since the get-go in crypto. Yeah. So I just got more deep into it and started, I said, you know what, if I like it, other crypto users are definitely going to like it. So, ended up creating the stone book. But yeah.
So was it, and I kind of say this jokingly, was it a hard sell on your wife to go, honey, I want to go full time into this. What do you think? Or wasn't an easy decision for her to go, hun, go ahead?
At first she was kind of like, okay, so what is it you're going to do again? And what is this notebook? It's made out of rocks. And I was like, wait a minute. No, it's something that the space needs. So we talked about it, and she said, you know what, if you think it's going to be a good venture for you, go ahead. I mean, what do you have to lose? I mean, just try it out, do what you love. And she actually she's always been behind my back with what I want to do in the future. So she's always had my back, and she's always encouraged me to follow what I love. So
that's
I like being an entrepreneur. So
yeah. Well, I know this summer my wife and I will be married 40 years, 40. So I know being on the same page is like super important. So I've got my stone book out, and I just got to tell you, among other things, I love the logo. How did you arrive at the logo? I mean, I love the whole thing, but I love the logo. How did you arrive at that?
You know what? When I started the stone book, when I started actually designing it, I didn't have a logo. So I hired someone to do a logo for me, and I was like, you know what? I need this to fit a certain way. I know I want it to be an S, but I mean, just to have that symbol there. And it's funny because when I got the logo back, I looked at it, and it wasn't that logo. It was another logo, but I saw it, and it just wasn't there. I mean, I didn't like the logo. I was like, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I'm really big on logos, like really looking forward to something like a brand image. And I was like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just try something else. Or I kind of got discouraged. Then the next day I opened up my phone, I was looking at the same logo again, but then I noticed it was one of two logos on my phone that he had sent me. So I skimmed over to the next image, and I saw that logo, and I literally just, I mean, I opened up that was the logo. Like, this is how my brand, I envisioned it. And it feels like I could see into the future that this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got excited for it. I like the logo.
No, that's cool. So let's make this real simple for the viewers, okay? So let's pretend someone's watching this video, okay? And either they don't know anything about cryptocurrencies, they don't know anything about a wallet, or maybe the mid-tier person who is not a beginner that knows a little bit about wallets and cold wallets and passwords and stuff. What would you say to them about Stonebook and why privacy and security is so important?
Well, first off, I would tell them what app are they using. Usually people, when they come in, they have a mobile app. And from that mobile app, you have a recovery phrase. Hold on one second. My son too.
Oh, that's okay. I love it.
He comes in and uses my VR from time to time. 1 second, okay?
Sure.
So when they come in, people that come in at crypto, they usually just have the app like Coinbase, or they have like a decentralized app where they actually need to store their recovery phrases somewhere. So they have nowhere to write them, and they don't even know what a recovery phrase is or a private key.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I mean, this notebook is just it helps them out to tell them, teach them how important it is to keep your private keys and recovery phrases offline, because most of the time just take pictures of it. But it's so simple to use because it's something that we've always used before, which is a notebook.
Yeah.
So right away, I mean, there are hardware wallets that are easy to use. I mean, but for people coming in, it could be kind of a challenge if they don't really know, how to run a desktop PC a certain way, install software. So I was like, I had to make this for beginners and as easy as possible for them to just get those keys off their phone or off their computer device and onto something offline cold storage. Which is why I think it's all about the user experience. That's how we see it in crypto.
Yeah.
So it's super easy to use. Everything's there.
So tell whoops, I just dropped it. Oh gosh, hang on. I'm a professional. Tell everybody the purpose and the function of the Ghost Pen.
Okay, so the Ghost Pen is an extra layer of security. It's where if somebody comes in contact with your notebook, they most likely won't even see that writing there. People won't it's not easy for them to just take snapshots if they find your notebook. It pretty much truly just hides your text. I mean, it's I haven't seen it done yet in the crypto space, so I was like, hey, this could actually work. I mean, it's better than having your keys laid out in certain situations, especially if you're on the go.
Yeah.
People that travel, they don't have it. They could carry around this notebook, and hide them in there. So, perfect example is like when you're in the airport and people want to search you. Well, you don't want them, if you're carrying your crypto, to be looking at your private keys.
Right.
So it's certain situations it actually works out very well. You can use it to write down anywhere. It's permanent, so it stays on there. So it's a great way to hide your writing, any important information.
So going back to the beginning of the interview, it was through a bad experience, meaning your wife throwing away your notebook so out of that bad situation was birthed a new product that maybe you would have never, maybe this would have never came to fruition if you still had your old nasty notebook with coffee stains on it.
Yeah, it was actually, I written down the private key on a piece of paper, a ripped piece of paper. So I didn't have anything at the time. I was on my bed on my laptop, and I actually ripped an envelope piece of paper and I wrote it on there. So it looked like trash. Um, so, I mean, I don't blame her. She threw it away. I would have threw it away. I mean, it looks like trash with gibberish on it.
Sure.
I mean, you know, private keys, you don't know what it said. I mean, it's not words or anything. So she threw it away. And then, like I said, after that, I was like, okay, I'll try notebooks. You know, I should have been using notebooks, but those notebooks started failing on me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's where I came about with this. You're right. This would have never came into fruition this early if it wasn't for me losing my private keys.
Oh gosh, I love it. Well, even I don't want to get sidetracked too much, but even me, you know, being homebound with the virus, I've started to day trade stocks and do, you know, like I'll be in a trade for a minute, a day, 2 or 3 days. And it's always been a passion of mine, but I've never had the time to do it. Now I've been doing it for 5 weeks and I love it. So out of a somewhat unfortunate experience with what's going on with the globe, I'm in my basement day trading and I love it. So I can't complain, you know.
Oh, that's so cool, then.
So
I'm not a day trader, so
yeah, right. So what would you want someone to know about the Stone Book or the Ghost Pen before we close the interview? Like, why do they need one? Why should they look at the link, go to your website and go, hey, this is worthy of my money to invest in?
You know what? Some people out there, I mean, everybody has their own way of how they store their private keys. There's other methods out there, proven actual good methods out there. The way the Stone Book works is just, it's a really simple way to get in, and if not, maybe one of the best ways to have a secondary backup.
Yeah.
In case you lose your crypto. I have a feeling this is going to grow. Other people out there are going to look at this and they're going to, you know, they're actually going to really like the way how stone paper is starting to move into crypto to where people can start storing their important information. And I can see other companies out there looking at it, loving it. The people that actually are going to use this, and like I said, it's going to be so simple, and it's meant for anybody in crypto, especially beginners.
Yeah.
I am going to come out hopefully with more products in the future, but for now, this is the one I see. It's just a good way to have, like I said, a secondary backup.
No, that's awesome, Freddie. And for all of my listeners, subscribers, and friends, enemies, neighbors, I'm going to put all the links to get a hold of Freddie in the description box below. Freddie, I'm going to have you back on. Tell your wife that we said hi, and I'm glad that she got rid of your important password, because this great product came out, and I promise within the next month or two, we're going to have you back on.
Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on here. Appreciate it.
All right. See you, Freddie.
Good times. Okay.